Hello everyone, welcome back. It's time for more Honkai Star Rail. As in, since I last broadcast, there's a whole new chapter of story. We're going to meet our favorite little edge boy, Blade. He's got two edges, a true edge and a false edge, like every real sword. And he's going to be a good time. Well, he's going to be a good time, boy. That does make it sound like... Anyway, we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out and be friends. And so, since we're going to be such good friends, we should think about what we'll have for tea, and we'll have cookies when we meet each other, and I'm certain nothing else will happen. We'll just be instant and good friends. Alright, well, enough dithering about. Here we are. We're clearly parked at Herta Station, it would seem. And, the Trailblazer is, their usual stoic self. We got, Welt and Himiko and Pom Pom. Hold on, Pom Pom. What's the matter, Pom Pom? Trixie? What's weighing on your mind? For the next adventure, to ensure sufficient supplies, we have to send me out hunting. What are you thinking? This is the Astral Express. You may not know, various materials are needed to ensure the normal operation of the Astral Express. But before we have a good relationship with the space station, Himiko and Asko reach some sort of resource supply agreement. For some basic supplies, we can go directly to the corresponding department and ask for them, but, well, don't ask for things that are too expensive or troublesome. Since you are here, I have told Asta, and she has already informed the person in charge of the corresponding department. Why don't you run the errand for me this time? Everyone, this is very important, and I'm doing it first.
Fancy a coffee?
I do. Are we going to get fancy coffee? It's you, young one. How can I help you? I'm here about the resource supply agreement? Oh, I never imagined that this agreement would actually be activated one day. After all, we at the Department of Galactic Geopolitics do not have many resources to offer. Alright, everything that involves my authority in the approval process has been passed. There will be a person to take care of the handover resources later. That was it? That was the whole thing? Will Pom Pom not be crying anymore? Let's find out. Pom Pom. Pom Pom, don't be crying. Pom Pom, you moved. Pom 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 pom. Okay.
Sounds nice. If only I could go out on expeditions with you.
Well, I guess that's the... Except for I did notice that there was a little person over here. Nobody will think I cut to come looking here.
Now that I've made it this far, the Alchemy Commission and the Seat of Divine Foresight have no chance of catching me.
Alchemy Commission, open up!
Alchemy Commission? It's you! You're trying to scare me to death?
Ooh, would we get like an egg out of that?
It was you who invited me. Why you gotta scare me like that? Honestly. Hey, how about you tell me when the express is departing?
Actually, we'll be leaving it soon, although it will be for the Xianzhou Laofu, so... Ha! For that, you gotta ask the conductor.
Doctor? You mean that cuddly-looking creature, right? The one that's shorter than me if you don't cut the hat.
Wow. Wow, she's got your number, Pom Pom. Wow.
Judging by how bored they look, my guess is we won't be leaving anytime soon. I don't want to give the Alchemy Commission time to discover my itinerary. That's all. Now that I think of it, the Express really would make a good secret base.
Yeah, you should move in.
Anyway, thanks for the invitation.
Your secrets are safe with me.
They better be, or I won't be coming back.
No! Well, we'd better keep her secret safe. Anyway, We have an important job to do at the alchemy place. What's the most dramatic way to enter? It is this way. So when last we left off, we killed a big old deer. And that big old deer grew that thing, or came from that thing. I can't remember honestly anymore. It's been a long fucking time. We fought right here on this exact spot. And I kicked its butt. And then I have since run into it in the new, inside of the Memory of Chaos. And it's a fucking nightmare. It's an absolute terror. It's horrible. And someday I will beat it again, a second time, but on hard mode, basically. Anyway, there's one thing we hate more than the undead, and that is priceless vases. Let's go. Oop. Good job. Any more to kill? Great. Story. Oh, fuck. Well, oh no. Also, dogs.
Whoa. Looks like the battle here was intense.
The Master Diviner must have launched the campaign while we were delayed in the Artisanship Commission.
I can't imagine Fu Xuan obeying orders in the word. No, I think she must have divined it was the right time.
Time is of the essence. The most important task for the Xianzhou Law Fu is suppressing the Stellaron. General Jing Yuan tasked the Master Diviner with commanding the Cloud Knights. He would have known she'd act on the results of her divination.
Thank goodness the General didn't make us go with the Knights. Fighting is totally different from adventuring. All these people, it's tough to bear.
I'm afraid this is nothing, Benefactor. Centuries ago, an emanator of abundance besieged the Luofu with the aim of taking the Ambrosial Arbor. They destroyed half our delves and killed most of the Cloud Knights. For long-life species, such events are more like yesterday's memories than ancient history. This awful spectacle is child's play in comparison.
Hey, is that supposed to make us feel better?
It's hard to tell if the Master Diviner won or lost here.
Let's play it safe and say it was a draw.
A draw? This isn't a tournament, you know. I can't see many Cloud Knights. The Xianzhou must have fought well.
Not necessarily. There'd usually be a base with supporting forces set up after a successful engagement, but we don't see any of that. Let's look around and see if we can find some clues.
Normally I'd make more jokes, but it's sad here.
Be careful. Those monsters are pretty tough.
I don't think that's really a concern. Just looking for fucking bases. Can't stand those fucking things. Well, apparently I can totally tolerate that specific one right there. I guess I just don't like... Oh no. Loot. My one and only true love. It's like a trash can, but instead it's got treasure in it. Don't tell the Trailblazer I said that. Oh! Oh! Hello.
Here! There are still survivors here!
Old man noises.
You're not the Knights. What is your purpose here? It's dangerous.
Ear Inspector.
We're reinforcements sent by the General. Where's everyone else?
Resorting to short-lived species as reinforcements. Jing Yuan is truly running out of options.
We're, very effective.
Run! She's a disciple of Sanctus Medicus!
I mean, that means she works here.
Silence. If my healing worked, you'll become one of us. And then it's not just me they'll be running from.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Hurry!
Ow! Ow!
Leave here! I can't control myself anymore!
Look, I can purge you of this horrible sickness. Debuff removed.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
You might be asking, why is Himiko at the head of my party? And it's because I was grinding XP before this, and she's very good at this. She's absolutely not the person I should have here right now. Anyway, goodbye, buddy.
Told you I could fight.
I'll see you off.
Okay, there was a kerning error there. It looked like that guy did like 100,000 damage, but that is not what happened. Thank you for that healing real quick. Alright, now we can finish this.
Lend me your strength.
Just disintegrate this poor bastard.
Never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I know it.
Bye!
The lives of short-lived
Oh.
species are so fleetingly brief. Why seek death?
You chose the wrong
Did you turn into several dogs? Oh my gosh, will you be my friend?
Storm. To guard and defend.
Gotta love a girl who can turn into several dogs.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
I'll save it till his buff is gone.
Lend me your strength.
Time for an overhaul.
Told you I could fight.
Okay, we'll actually do your job. You son of a bitch. You can also turn into more than one dog. Incredible.
You'll pay for this.
Alright,
Eternal sleep.
You won't get away.
Lend me your strength.
I have something for you.
oh, they're action advanced. They're less sleepy.
Try that again. You can't run.
I'll see you off.
Oh, bye. I hate to kill a dog. Oh, the summoned dogs don't immediately disappear. That's interesting. Honestly, a little surprising. How do they feel about orbital laser cannons?
Never conceals its desire to control the heavens.
I don't think they'll like them very
Why
much.
did you come to the Xianzhou? To seek immortality? You don't have to appease Jingyuan. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus can provide all that you desire.
Golly.
Try hard some. Watch.
Golly. I'm getting all sorts of offers these days.
There's always a weakness.
You know, honestly, would it be better just to shoot them with a gun?
Told you I could fight.
I have something for you. You won't get away.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
It's pretty useful to just have a lot of fire.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend.
She's not sipping tea. She specifically does drink coffee. She likes herself a strong cup of coffee.
Try that again.
Speaking of coffee, I'm gonna bring a coffin to the party.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return!
Told you I could fight.
Boop. Oh, these dogs are getting sleepy.
For this.
Hey, bang.
You won't get away.
Okay, I know it's overkill, but sleepy dogs?
Perhaps you still don't understand.
I'm putting you in the microwave.
Desire to control the heavens, and I'm no
Ram.
exception.
Hold on. We'll find someone to help.
Buddy.
Don't waste your time. They've converted me. I don't have much longer. Go! The Master Diviner's troops are ahead.
He stops talking. It could be because he's exhausted, or he's waiting for you to leave him be.
Let's go.
Okay, well, now is the time to call in the general. Now, okay, this is definitely my most effective team, but I think it's important to bring the general along, because it just seems fitting. The general is here.
Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face. Did the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be
Maybe.
careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshut, the Plague's author, the greatest enemy of the Xianzhou. The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia. It's no coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
Are you done? I'm trying to open a box. Okay. I don't want to skip any of her dialogue. I just have to kill every single one of these vases, except for these round ones, because I like round vases. They get to live. Oh, your dog friend died. Well, at least now you'll be together.
Chose the wrong enemy.
Lend me your strength.
There's no time to lose. Here, this thunder.
Okay, dog, I see you howling, but I don't think you realize that it's big boy season. Big boy season!
I'll see you off.
Oh.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
Freeze!
There's always a weakness.
The joke's funny every
Lend me
time.
your strength.
Shocking. I know. Sorry, big boy season again.
Try that again.
Time for the master stroke.
Big boy!
Show no mercy.
Ah, good job. Good job, good job, good job. You really shouldn't
wrong enemy.
hit her.
This
She'll shoot you. Actually, she'll shoot you. Shocking, I know. Bad dog.
We shall take back what we lost.
Ooh.
Who goes there?
Excuse me, what?
Show your courage.
There it is.
I am gonna kill every last one of these guys.
We've entered the storm.
If anyone's curious what the stream's gonna be like, it's gonna be story and murdering these guys.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Follow my charm. Here, this thunder.
My turn.
Give me a shield. Okay, you're not doing a great job of drawing fire, ma'am. Get rid of that debuff.
The dead return.
Okay, thanks. Alright, stabby stabby. Genuine's coming up next, but I do like the damage bonus. Damage bonus!
Your strength.
Conflict is pitiless.
Freeze. So many Cloud Knights. Is that someone riding a dog? No, absolutely not.
Show your courage.
But there's a puzzle behind them. Oh no.
Try that again.
I didn't mean to put it in slow motion.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Many pom-poms. Freeze!
Time.
Big boy season!
Show no.
Go!
Let's settle this.
Lend me your strength.
Wait, does that mean that you're little boy season?
Thunder.
That seems rude. I don't know what that... I don't know what that dog just did to itself.
Here. You can't run. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Let's give you a whole bunch of buffs, boy.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
If anyone's curious why I keep doing that with her, it's because This guy is getting plus 44% damage from that ult that she was like, we went to the cold, get them. Oh my god, he's got so many buffs right now. Yeah, then another 49%. He's doing so much damage. Buddy, melt some dogs. Or cook them or whatever.
Try that again.
I really need to get him some better artifacts, but that takes a lot of doing.
Pay for this.
Not even called artifacts in this game. I think they're called relics or something.
Here is thunder.
Big boy season. Oh, okay. Did they do that when they die?
I'll off. The dead return.
Not sure, actually.
There's always a weakness.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
My turn!
Those are some satisfying lasers. Here you go, bud. Get pom-pommed.
This awesome move!
There's always a weakness.
Lend me your strength.
Become fast. Become strong.
Thunder. You chose the wrong enemy.
Ooh, shock. Oh wait, they applied shock to my good girl. How dare you? Big boy, good job. Okay, I have to
Take back what we lost.
it's here. We're putting you in lead. Risk status has been reset. Heading to the target location. Follow the birdie. Hey, what? Ah! Follow the birdie. This birdie leads to treasure. Usually. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. I do see a big cross sword ahead of me on the minimap, and that suggests this Psycrane is not going to deliver me from evil, but rather to... Oh, I appreciate your help. Why, thank you. Oh, I appreciate my help too. Oh, it looks tough over there. Sorry, this just reeks of treasure. Oh. Sure. The area ahead is not available. That's the investigation, folks. We did it. We're detectives. Okay, hey, buddy. You're weak to everything. You're weak to less. So you. Ow. Let's stab you.
Always a weakness.
Let's have you.
Strength.
Summon Big Boy. Big Boy, get him.
Show no mercy.
Good job, Big Boy. Little boy, go.
Told you I could fight.
Just doesn't seem like the correct way to refer to General Jing Yuan.
Try that again.
Marching orders, everyone.
Storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Great job. Ah, damn. Oh. So they're doing it when they die of a dot. Interesting.
Eternal sleep is not the end.
Let's see this in slow motion.
The dead will return. That which is seized must be repaid.
This battle is unavoidable.
He may be wearing white, but he is also a goth.
Strength.
Here is thunder.
Ha, froze. You son of a bitch.
Let's settle this.
Lend me your strength.
Jing Yuan, put an end to this farce.
Pitiless.
Yes, of course I play on controller, for those who are curious. Of course I do. They feel good in my hands. Like a hamburger of justice. Oh, fuck, that's a lot of guys. Here, you, get frozen.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Let's settle this.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
And this is why you bring Jing Yuan. Jing Yuan's like, I can hurt a lot of people at once. Ow!
Divinity.
Your assistance is
timing.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
I love having healing. So that what that guy's doing that's left this aura in the background is now every time I attack somebody,
This battle
that's gonna heal everyone in my party a little bit. And it's great.
The storm.
It does only happen once per attack, so like Jing Yuan hitting like 5 people right now doesn't give us any more health.
Conflict is pitiless.
However, triggering his ult right away does count as giving us more health because it's the second attack.
Mercy.
Hey, stop hitting us with the fucking machine gun.
Gotta try hard.
I know how to make him stop.
Salsa move.
Freeze him in his tracks.
Told you.
Wow,
Fight.
froze everybody. Here, get frozen again.
Settle this.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
My charm.
So, what's going on here? I wish I could call attention to part of the screen. So, on the left-hand side, you've got the turn order, and right there you see a sword and an 8 next to the Lightning Lord, who's the big boy, by the way. The big boy's name is the Lightning Lord. Anyway, the big boy.
Your time, but don't waste it.
Okay, whatever, bud. The Lightning Lord gains stacks every time this boy attacks, and 10 is the max stacks. It's at 10 now. It fucks guys up. They're gone now. Bye! Alright, give me this. Formidable foe, my ass. More like formidable foe, F-A-U-X. Huh. I'm gonna get owned later in this, and I want everyone to remember that I said that. Just to own me with. Ooh, a treasure chest. Ooh, an injured man. Treasure chest. Priorities, everyone. Hello, injured man. A painful moan amidst the ravaged battlefield draws your attention.
Rainbow's blessing. You're not disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
I really actually do like the well, it's alright. I'll just not tell you that I really actually think Yaoshi the Abundance is kind of hot.
Stop moving around. Let's see if there's a way to help you recover faster.
Provide medical attention.
This. It'll help with your injuries.
Breathe in, breathe out, you'll be fine. Confirm. For a moment you're worried that medicine made for ordinary humans might not work on long-life species. The Cloud Knight propped himself up so he could stand. Okay.
Thank you. All of you. I feel much better now. Thank goodness you're here. The garrison is up ahead. Are you heading there now? I'll wait there for you.
Oh. Golly, wait, can I like... Praise of high morals. I read this last time, but I'll read it again. In this grand universe, moral standards are materialized into physical form. Thumbs up approvals aren't a rare sight to behold. What matters is that you are recognized. Alright. Your poor flower, you lost it. I could break that and get some healing, but also why would I? Fuck off. Someone call an ambulance. But not for me. You son of a bitch, you ambushed me.
Lend me your strength.
And for ambushing me, it becomes big boy season.
Show no mercy.
Eternal sleep is
Look,
the end.
get in the coffin. Actually, it's established elsewhere inside of this like area that they don't know what coffins are. Because they're not part of their funeral rites, and they live a long time.
This awesome move.
Pretty cute, actually.
Is that it? Receive divinity.
Your assistance is timely.
Hey,
You can't run.
let's settle this.
Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless.
Killed by the tank. You pitiful little creature.
A moment's excitement, nothing more.
I guess I'll do this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's like me when I see the real sea. I just have to stare out at it. That's why I moved out to the coast. Hey, bud. Get stabbed. Sorry I couldn't match your weakness. I just needed to draw forth and attack you so soon. You cunt.
Try that.
Yeah, do that.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Lend me your strength.
Now that you have all these buffs, big boy season.
Show no mercy.
Oh gosh, it's such a good lightning crack and break.
I could fight.
Die. Woof. Rebound roar. Next time I fight one of them, I should investigate.
A
them.
moment's excitement, nothing more.
You interactable? Ooh, there's something down here. Ooh. What could it be? Is it gonna be treasure? Is it gonna be Bronya's nemesis? Mine now. They're having a competition, you see. Okay. No, I'd really rather fight both of you at once. Ah, fuck it. Hey, everyone. Come get me. I like fighting them in two waves instead of as two separate battles.
You can't run.
Get zapped. Oh, although I did want to see. What is his ability you keep using? Upon receiving a killing blow, advances forward friendly units adjacent to self. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I'll just have to kill all of you at once.
Lend me your strength.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Like so. Ah, fuck. More dogs.
Battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
How many of these dogs are the original lady who just turned into a lot of dogs?
My turn.
Oh, so the rallied shadows come in with his health. Interesting. Hey, everybody. Freeze.
Try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
You've been pom-pommed.
You'll pay for this.
I only have one energy, so there. Skill point, whatever.
Conclusion. Conflict is pitiless.
That was a bad idea, bud.
This battle is
Boop! Oh. Booped. The ultimate boop when it comes from Big Boy.
done it without me.
I couldn't have done it without you. You're my tank. Ooh. Interesting. Hello. Ooh, puzzle. Oh. So I need to rotate the S into position, and then rotate both the S and the R. Doop! Ha! Thought you could fool March 7th. And several of her friends. Ooh, tea set. You're not gonna steal the tea set? Oh my gosh. Did I come in here just to save a Psycrane? Seems like. Express Psycrane has been taken off standby and is now heading toward the pickup spot. Ooh, we're gonna get a pickup truck. Picking up delivery and plotting out the shortest route to destination. Wait for picking up to finish. Oh my god, that's so cute. I hate the idea of Amazon having drones, but if they were little flappy birds, I'd probably be okay with it. I would be like, Bezos is the bestest, and then I would spontaneously combust. Is it supposed to look like that? Hey, Psycrane, you've been here before. Is it supposed to... Hey, come back. I was talking to you. I was talking to you. Please take this as thanks. Ooh. Odd that you're giving me thief's gear, but that's okay, I guess. La 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 la. I already have. Ooh. Delicious. Wait, where the fuck am I gonna pop up? Hello, bird. Ah, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Huh. No, that's not what I wanted. Interesting. That was a mistake. Don't you dare make the positive sound again. Grab you. There. You gotta move there. You gotta move. No, the other way. There you go. Actually, I have to move that damn thing one further. Well, this is embarrassing because I've kind of fucked up this puzzle. I need to get you. Hooray. I just want to reset this bad boy. I'm resetting. Because I need to get these to be the two. I don't know what to describe those symbols as, but I need to get those to be two off from each other. And this needs to be one away from the S, so that would be like doing this, and then I need to find a way to independently move the S here. Actually, S move 2 back. So what I'm going to do is actually move these guys by 1, which unfortunately moves that into S range. This is the most complicated of these that there's ever been, actually. But now I can get this into a mostly proper position, and then I can move those two. The temptation to solve this off camera is getting pretty high, folks. I hope you understand. I'm pretty used to embarrassing myself on the internet, but I've been having a rough day and I'm on painkillers. I think I just did the opposite of what I needed to do. I did. I solved it as though the arrangement was this. Which is not correct. Okay, one more thought. One more thought. Let's just get you in position even though that's not the right thing to do. Go and get this one, bring him back. Get this so that it's out of the way. Rotate you so that you're here. I need you to be 2 spaces off from where the S is going to end up. Huh. Well, fuck it. I'll come back to this later when I'm more not on high-powered painkillers. What is this good boy?
Show your courage. Freeze!
Wrathful War. Any ally that uses
Don't
the
get
skill will
complacent.
be punished, I guess. Well, how strict is
The
that?
storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. You'll pay
Oh.
for this.
Hang on. Monitor. Marked by abundant sprite, malefic ape for monitoring. Oh, are you watching him in particular?
Your strength.
Ah, it's changed its monitor target. Interesting.
Show no mercy.
Interesting. Okay, so he's gonna use a skill and become targeted.
1,000.
Is that gonna trigger it as well? No. Alright.
Running into me!
Alright. But she'll take the monitoring now because she's a tank anyway. Yeah, she super doesn't care. You're not hurting her.
You can't run!
Okay, you clear off the... Get rid of the chaff. It's a rude thing to call a dog. Alright.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch!
Freeze this ape. Will it counter when she does this? 'Cause she's being monitored. Well, he's frozen now, so it doesn't matter.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
It continues to watch, even when frozen. Its unblinking eye. Loveless, unforgiving. Ooh.
I'll see you off.
Malefic Ape's Gusto has run out? Okay. Here. I just know the thing that'll restore your pluck.
There's no time to lose. Here, this sun.
Wow, this fucker's got a lot of hit points, huh?
Show no mercy.
That's gonna be kind of tough to deal with. Yeah. Wrathful Roar. Huh. Interesting.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Conflict is pitiless.
Ow! Ow! Shit. Can I kill this guy now? My DPS is down.
I'll see you off.
His whole mechanic is like, specifically, I can't be affected by tanking. Which is interesting, but also shitty. Well, there's actually no reason to use your skill. You'll just get the damage bonus, but...
Eternal sleep and dead
Can I, remove that buff? Sure can.
You can't run!
You'll pay for
Gotta
this.
try hard. Watch this awesome move!
Let's settle this.
My turn!
Oh fuck, I let her shield expire.
Unavoidable.
I mean, honestly, I've got so many skill points, who cares?
Phew!
Generate Gusto. Actually. Unremovable. Darn. Darn. Alright. 718 damage. This guy's gonna take an eternity. 860. 353. Yeah, I need a faster fast forward, because he's never going to kill March.
Try hard. Watch this awesome move!
You'll pay for that.
Tough luck running into me!
Might be better. Can I retreat? Yeah, I can. Nice. Ooh. Oh, that retreated me up here. Wait, have I been here before? Maybe. Doesn't seem like it, because I don't leave treasure chests. Like a useful door. Hey! It's my enemy. Okay, well, because we were defeated ignominiously, it is time to bring in the big guns, which is to say Sela and Silverwolf. Oh! This is the new Cavern of Corrosion with the really cool new relic set in it. Hey. Hey, are you weak to quantum? Hi. Buddy, I hope you like butterflies and manipulating turn order, because I'm going to be doing that, both of those things a lot, which isn't to say that I'll be doing butterflies. Don't think of it that way, you weirdo.
My turn.
Hey, March, protect me from this weirdo.
Don't mess with me.
Thanks, frick you too. And then, eat the man in the middle, please.
Sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Thanks. Sorry, bud. Yeah, kill... Oh, no skill points. Sad times.
Eternal sleep. The
Dead return!
Try that again.
Healer, heal thyself. Everyone else, heal each other.
So
You've been froze.
Who's next?
See, now we're fully healed. Ah,
A sharp
delicious.
scythe needs targets.
That's a psychotic thing to say, man. Hello! Pet the dog. I don't think I'm good at petting dogs. Ow!
You chose the wrong enemy.
Ooh. It's time for me to have a hydration and medicine check.
Sometimes.
Oh, it is exactly time for my medicine. La la la. I mean, honestly, we own these dogs.
Time for a buzz.
How weirdly fast I'm entering these inputs, and what strange choices I'm making. But sometimes it's medicine o'clock, so you have to take your hands off the controller.
Illusions of the past.
Auto battle over.
A sharp scythe needs targets.
I do find it funny, like every now and then I find people who are like, "Ah, fuck, any game with auto battle's no good," and I'm like, "Yo, dog, I hate to tell you this." Some of us live with disabilities or any other kind of trouble that just means sometimes it's fucking nice to have an autopilot where you go, "I've made all the decisions I want to make right now, but I would like to still be entertained by these flashing lights and colors and sounds." I realize I'm a professional game designer who makes a lot of really complex shit that you normally can't auto-battle for, but, you know, sometimes the simple things are nice. Bidoop! And I said last time that I was never going to read a thing. Ah, fuck, this is a part 2 of a part 1. I don't think I found the part 1 yet. Fuck. This is a long one, everybody. It's a long one, and I'm gonna read it. Here we go. Cleo, I hope this letter finds you well. First and foremost, I hereby declare I voluntarily relinquish my right to claim remuneration from Scholar Cleo regarding this article. Recently, I finally got acquainted with a few employees of the Alchemy Commission, which cost a lot of money, hoping to get some knowledge from them that ordinary outworlders can't get. I've sweet-talked them and poured who knows how many caddies of Dragon Spring brew into them, but I still can't get them to show me the medical books and pharmacopoeia that cannot be released to the public. In their words, this can cause you to losing your head. This can cause you to losing your head. Yep. The good news is that they are finally impressed by my sincerity and were willing to share with me some of the medical reports that were of little value to them. These medical reports were about the natural death of Foxians. I have attached the original report to this letter, so please pick it up for yourself. In terms of coming to their end, the natural death of Foxians, like the ultimate end of all long-life species, is shrouded in a fog that is difficult to penetrate with superficial science and technology. During the vast majority of a Foxian's life, a large number of all-powerful stem cells are stored in numerous organs of their body. These all-powerful stem cells will continuously repair the physical bodies of Foxians, allowing aging and damage to be healed in a short period of time. Until a few years before the end of their life, the number of these all-powerful stem cells gradually decreases, but still remains sufficient to maintain their ageless appearance. At the age of 250 to 450 years, note the median age is 307 years, these all-powerful stem cells come to a complete halt and lose their ability to divide freely. What ensues is a death that comes with multiple organ failure. The natural death comes quickly, with patients often dying within 3 to 4 days after the all-powerful stem cells have lost their ability to divide. The good thing is that most of them are prepared for the various age-related diseases that begin to develop in their organs, so it is typically not too late to prepare for the aftermath. Of course, neither the Alchemy Commission nor I could figure out what factor prompts all-powerful stem cells to suddenly fail at some point in time. Yeah, this is some wild world building. I'm very excited to be here today. Over 20 years ago, when the Intelligentsia Guild, that's a thing by the way, I could introduce you to all their members, fought the Borosin, we did some related experiments. I don't know if you remember. Oh, you shouldn't remember. You weren't even told that. You weren't even that old then. At that time, we removed the livers of some of the Borosin and found that they had turned into a huge aggressive cancerous mass within a few hours. Considering the phylogenetic relationships between the Borosin and the Foxians, I think that phylogenetic relationship between the Borosin and the Foxians, I think the principles involved are probably similar. There's something else that is inexplicable. There have been many case studies where the entire liver of a Foxian patient is completely removed, but there's never been a record of a Foxian turning into a cancerous mass. In fact, most Foxians grow a new liver after such a procedure and are discharged from the hospital with a normal recovery. Although the records do show that losing a liver results in much slower to regenerate compared to the loss of other organs. I currently believe there are two explanations for this. One, Foxian all-powerful stem cells aren't generated at the liver, but just gather there for some reason, which explains why the regeneration rate becomes slower after losing the entire liver. 2. Foxians have some kind of biological difference with the Borosin, and this subtle but huge difference determines the difference between the Xianzhou natives and the Abominations of Abundance. Obviously, the incomplete immortality of Foxians is not accessible to us, but I find there is still a considerable degree of commercial value in it. While all-powerful stem cells aren't actually all-powerful, they can still enable Foxians to maintain their youthful appearance until their demise. Cleo, before I set out, you said to me, "Teacher Riordan, I do not want to live forever. In living so long, even the more interesting things in life become meaningless. But I'm afraid of getting old. Aging is terrifying." I didn't pay much heed to you at the time, and probably was even a little cold to you. But now I have to say that you were probably right. Most of the potential customers we can find in the galaxy probably hold the same thoughts as you. They don't necessarily intend to live as long as the universe itself, but they were merely wishing to preserve their youth or beauty in the fleeting time that they have. If you're not busy these days, do some market research for me. Maybe the Foxian all-powerful stem cells will allow us to make a lot of money from eternal youth. If I die without achieving this, then the patient is all yours. Your dearest teacher, Todd Riordan. Wow. Wow, fucked up world building. I love it. I love fucked up world building. Oh, this is where we are. Hey, bud, you hanging in there? Will you attack me if I talk to you? Hey, bud. Well, all you gotta do is all you're doing is gasping.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were in hiding for so long. Now they finally show their face.
Oh, it triggers a second
Did
time.
the Master Diviner fail to foresee this? Be careful, benefactors. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus worship Yaoshut, the Plague's author,
Oh, hang
the
on.
greatest enemy of the Xianzhou.
Boop.
The Alliance has been trying to root out their secret organization for millennia. It's no coincidence that they've chosen this moment to reveal themselves.
Fuck you! Real wild that they would trigger that VO twice. What's funny is I think that was some of Asta's researchers that were talking about breaking into new markets and stuff. Heard a space station is sort of creepy hyper-capitalism. think she might be the bad guy.
Time for a buzz. My turn. Cute. You're annoying.
Receive divinity.
Good as new. Try that again. Gotta try hard.
Everybody, we need to slow down your way too many attacks. Thanks.
So you are afraid of me.
And you, let's get us some global healing on the field. Yeah, and that one's not frozen, so it gets to die first. Goodbye. Ah, fuck. You lived.
I'll free you from your chains.
Every wolf dies. But does every wolf truly live?
Butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Give that guy a new weakness. Damn it.
You're annoying. This combat needs optimizing.
Let's strip this guy of his defenses. I mean, it could be a her. I really can't tell.
What a headache. I'll end your misery.
You son of a bitch. You're gonna shoot me?
I'll free you from your chains.
Something, sea of butterflies.
The sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I'll see you off.
You son of a bitch. You absolute
More
bastard. I really should have left that guy alive for her to bounce off of.
Let's settle this.
Hello, everyone.
hard stuff. Watch this awesome move.
I should get some Foxians on the party and interview them about what they think about that last thing we read. I think I have 2 Foxians in the group. They're very low level. They would have a very hard time with this.
Let's settle this.
Break!
You took the bait.
Break!
Told you I could fight.
Quantumed.
Don't mess with me.
Okay, who has the lowest health? Because I can probably finish you in one hit. I can't. Pathetic. Ow.
Try that again. I'll free you from your
Okay.
chains.
Probably you.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Very good.
You can't run.
Everybody,
Try hard
cool
stuff.
it.
Watch this awesome move.
I'll see you off.
Time for a buzz.
These guys are really tough. I realize this is like one of the tough, like elite fights, since they've got a ton of hit points. But still,
I could fight.
it feels weird to just not be able to power through them.
What a headache.
You and him. There we go. Stripping the defenses did a
I'll
lot
end
of
your
good.
misery.
Since I'm buffed, I should. Nope, still not enough. I'm surprised.
I'll free you from your
Okay.
chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
My
Illusions
turn.
of the past.
My turn again. I love Seela. She's so nice.
Time well spent.
Ooh, Musketeer's gloves. Purple. Meaning they're worthless to me. Oh, hi. Chop chop. Are you another guy? Are there more optional areas? Even down here? Golly. Golly. Oh no, you're real. Okay, I thought he was sleeping. You know, like Batman sleeping. Ow! Yo, dog. That joke will get old eventually.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
If you think that joke's old now, you're wrong. I still find it hilarious. I don't find it... Don't shoot everyone. Don't do that. Boop!
You chose the
Son
wrong
of a
enemy.
bitch.
Try that again.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The
Dead return!
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
So, Ocha, I just want you to know that you took the easy kill.
Bait.
No, the easy kill, not the bait. She still has her shield, so that's fine. Okay, which one of these guys do we think is the lowest defense? Doesn't matter.
Disappear.
Never mind.
Butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Can I have fun this time?
Delicious.
A sharp scythe needs target.
Stop saying that. I've warned you before. I've warned you before that that's really a freaky thing to say. Here. I'm replacing you with a hacker. Oh.
Ready when you are.
Okay, so here's the big boy that beat us up last time. Oh, right. This is the horrible Cycrane that I kept fucking up. Ooh. The T-Ghost has arrived. She's spooky, everyone! Doo-doo-doo. It's funny, like... This is such a simple puzzle overall, but genuinely, I just don't have the brain cells today because I've taken something that really terminates all my brain cells. So, alright, let's get healing stuff. That's not healing stuff, that's healing stuff. Use. On you, on you. Everybody just sat down to eat a bunch of rice together? Oh my gosh, was that not enough? You were badly hurt. Alright. Fuck you. Revenge! We're getting revenge, everyone. Oh, fuck. All that laser. Oh no! You marked her. You poop.
This combat needs optim. This is double speed.
Malik
More
the
enemies.
Ape is aiming at her. And now
Fun.
her.
My turn.
And now, but the skill, because I think he always attacks the person he's monitoring.
Go away.
So this is like controlling the hook in Inscription, the angler's attacks.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
You're just picking who it is that's going to get attacked.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the
The T-Ghost spooked me something hard.
Let's settle this.
Can I have fun this
Eternal
time?
sleep is not the
Dead return!
So I've changed the lighting setup a little bit. So I've got two bright lights. I gestured with my hand as though you could see. So I've got these two bright lights directly in front of me. And the side effect this had is that I can't see a fucking thing past my desk. There could be like a dozen serial killers all just kind of lined up for me. I would have no idea. What a terrible way to go. Like a dozen serial killers all at once. You're gonna punch my favorite girl, aren't you? She's not my favorite girl.
I'll see you off.
My favorite girl was actually standing next to her.
More enemies.
Actually, my favorite girl is bringing me tea right now, but we'll leave that alone. In the video game. Yeah, she's got some shield.
Fun.
Ow.
You can't run.
Zap.
This combat needs optim. This is double speed. Try that again.
Don't mess with me.
Now, if she uses her skill, she gets hit again and she dies. So she'll use her attack. Which still sucks.
Divinity.
Good as new.
Thanks.
You can't run! My turn!
You chose the wrong enemy.
What a headache.
Okay, now we try to end this little dude. End him.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I need to order some ice cream. I'm thinking maybe Chunky Monkey. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Can I have
Hey.
fun this time?
I just deleted a guy. Why would you bring more? Look, I'm just gonna freeze all of you. This crowd control is nice.
Awesome move.
Nice.
Tough luck running into me.
Let's settle this.
You can't run!
Eternal Slither.
Return!
So you are
I can't believe these dogs are giving me so much trouble.
Don't mess with me.
This combat needs up. This is double speed.
Oh, I think a T-Ghost just cleared her throat so that I would know that she was in the room.
I'll see you off.
Ooh.
Here!
What was that? I did.
Try that again.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I don't have the patience. Dog, get deleted.
Sea of butterflies. Illusions.
Is it a waste of an ult? Maybe. She gets a lot of those, though. Give me the box.
Is that it? Stingy chest.
I'll be back for you. When I'm not on stream and I can just take fucking ages to solve a puzzle. You'll know my wrath. I'm imagining some of my coworkers watching the stream and just looking at me trying to solve that puzzle and being there like, this fucking idiot, this complete fool. Oh. Quote, entered a safe zone. I would add, end quote. Alright. I don't think the T-Ghost is watching very carefully, so I don't think she'll mind if I have a little bit of story while she's, here serving tea in my favorite teacup with a Foxian on it. Oh my goodness. Hello, Cloud Knights. It is I, your hero.
Who goes there? Show yourself.
I'm not sure if it's the right name for it, but I am considering calling this blend Earl Geist.
Earl Geist? Oh, Earl Geist tea. Delicious. Everyone loves a ghost Earl because the only good noble is a dead one. Let's go.
It's you. Quickly, in here.
I'm a citizen of a
Outside.
I'm a citizen of a country with a king.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesized your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstance.
It's really weird that she's very good at prophecy. Wait for us?
The Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. The troops are anxious.
They've just been at the Alchemy Commission this whole time, you jackanapes.
It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns.
Oh, are they gonna give her another hot
Knights
cutscene?
received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Cienjo, plotting to overthrow the Alliance.
Yeah, but counterpoint. Counterpoint. The Abundance is really hot.
The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
That's suspicious. Alright, get information on the outcome of the fighting and wait for Fu Zhuan to return. Hey, what's up?
Have you talked with these disciples, benefactor? What do you make of them?
Not
Why
yet.
would they betray the LeFou? I don't understand.
You seemed weirdly keen on living forever when... Oh, a courier package. The randomly placed courier package is likely to be the result of someone's impulsiveness. Oh, okay. That's not an opportunity to do mischief. Hello. Shocked Cloud Knight. Well, you need to have that status removed. Locha.
It was so close. So close. Even seasoned soldiers of 3 centuries were turned into twisted beings. I was almost.
Treasure. Wrong button. A courier package in good condition. The digital label affixed to its surface shows that it has not been signed for receipt. Obviously, it is not where it's supposed to be. Perhaps you can do it a favor and deliver it to its recipient, who is no doubt looking forward to it. Trailblazers are always happy to help those in need. Good choice, says the narrator. You crouch down to check the recipient's address in the digital label so that you can fulfill your noble duty as a trailblazer. Before you can read out the content written in the Xiangzhou language, you are taken aback by a sudden beep. Warning, possible theft detected. Package, I'm not saying that, has contacted the nearest Realm-Keeping Commission Chancery. Please cooperate with the investigation. Do not leave the scene without permission. Oh no, your act of kindness is backfired. You should take off before anyone notices. Don't tarnish the trailblazing name. Well, I got a praise of high moral values again. Hello, how are you?
Knights undergo such thorough training. How could they lose control like this? It's one thing for humans to be stricken with Mara, but Foxians and Vidyadhara?
Wait, have any of those guys been Vidyadhara that have been stricken by Mara? That's a lot. Mumbling. Not bumbling. No, never bumbling. Only mumbling. We do not allow bumbling inside the Cloud Knights. Only mumbling. Please, mumble.
Disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Who'd have thought our enemies would turn out to be the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
Me, also everyone else.
The Master Diviner must have kept it quiet to avoid alerting them.
Or maybe she was caught off guard as well. Every time I walk by one of these fucking things, it tries to kill me. How you feeling, bud?
Command talisman required for operation.
Yo, you're a surgeon.
What does it mean?
We probably need to present it with a command for it to act.
Okay, I wonder if that means I can actually get a command talisman. How are you? There is a ghastly paleness in the face of this resident Cloud Knight. As you approach him, he nods his head in salute.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a dangerous business. There's no time for idle chat.
How's the situation?
We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the plague's author.
Yeah, go on.
Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match for us. And, after a while, our comrades suddenly started to slaughter one another.
They became Mara-struck?
What Sanctus Medicus sorcery did they use on us? The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human. lost the abomination sleeping in our immortal blood, and violated the Rainbow's admonishments.
Yeah, well, your god sucks.
What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did are despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests. I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
Well, good luck with that. How are... I can run between them. Honestly, a little surprised. Anyone else I want to talk to before progressing the story? Ooh, another courier package. It's another chance for me to get appraised for high moral values. An opened courier package. The smell of rotten food wafts from inside. You know, I might not be interested, but the Trailblazer seems to really like, how to say it politely, trash cans. And so maybe she will want it. Anyone with a sane mind would stay away from it. However, if your courage prevails over your sanity, you may open it further and take a look. Perhaps the food hasn't gone past its expiry date yet, right? I have... Oh no. I have to taste it. Your courage is admirable, but it has done you harm. Although you just want a small bite, its taste is so sickening that you black out right away. Your head is spinning and you're losing control of your body. Oh. Oh wow, it respawned me. Fuck. Alright. Are you a disciple of Sanctus Medicus who is under guard? Captured disciple. A Cloud Knight is standing next to the captive. He steps aside after you explain your identity and show him the General's order.
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I must be present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring.
About Stellaron.
That shining seed? I've seen it. So beautiful. If you gaze into it, there's a voice inside that speaks to you.
Yeah, my voice. I've got one in me.
Do you still remember Cocolia?
Yeah, of course I do.
The Master said we could inject new life into the ambrosial arbor with it. I didn't believe it at first. We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species, yet the arbor showed no signs of resurrection. But look upon it now. Only the power of an eon can recreate the miracle. Yes, the mighty Sanctus Medicus, the abundance.
About the ambrosial arbor.
So, you witnessed it too? The ambrosial arbor's resurrection. Magnificent.
Yeah, I killed its champion.
In the Befall era, so far in the past that even long-life species cannot recall, Sanctus Medicus the Abundance gifted the ambrosial arbor to the Xianzhou Luofu. With that sacred tree, humanity realized many miracles. The fallow earth, the western soapberry, the altered flesh. But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right and wrong and erased Sanctus Medicus's achievements. But soon we will return to the glory of the Befall era.
We're in the middle of a holy war, you see, and these guys live a long, long time.
You've seen the fantastic creatures that fought with us. They are only minor gifts of the ambrosial arbor.
Shut it, rambling rodent. The Cloud Knights
Rodent?
will all of you out soon.
Alright, what did you do to these Cloud Knights?
What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
I'm looking at you, buddy, and there is nothing strong about your flesh or your blood.
You scum! If the Order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Oh, you don't understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Bah! It's a second life gifted by Sanctus Medicus to eliminate the self, to achieve transcendence, a life of true freedom. I see a desire for power in your eyes. This life is too short for you, isn't it? I can help you.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a look at the Trailblazer's eyes that, lust for power or whatever. I think she just kind of seems bored.
Don't listen. His words are poison.
They are?
We're just having fun, sir. Without the blessing of the abundance, you short-life species would never be able to endure the transformation.
Maybe I should say again, I have a Stellaron inside me. Anyway, bye, bud. I want to go talk to Ting Yun.
You're back.
This is a much less dramatic entrance than the last time she showed up. She walked in on a sea of Uzi bullets.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now.
Actually, they're not Uzis. I think they were Ingram Mac 10s, which is kind of a bit of a surprise that those are still manufactured in the far future, because I don't think they're manufactured now. You kept us... Please tell us the whole truth this time.
Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples have remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
She's yet another MiHoYo character who has Shibari on her back. It's kind of surprising.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult?
Just ask for our help already.
It would seem you came prepared.
The first time we met Madame Yukong, she said something like, "This is a Xianzhou affair, and there's no need for the Express to get involved." And now here we are running around doing everything. Even the IPC takes it easier on us. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge?
Gosh, is she right?
Well, try this on for size. Nope. I can't stand any more of this fighting. So there.
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
We're not?
Jingyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me. After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the Arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it, the more they longed for it.
I'm sorry, I had to stop to both rob and pillage. Left, stay... Oh, the safe zone's to the left. I saw something to break. Ah, fuck. We were having such a nice conversation and a delightful walk, and you fuckers came around. Actually, kill them last. Here, have a new weakness. You're welcome. Shouldn't have done that. I should have saved the skill point. Oh well.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
You know what? I don't think my buff removing ability, my buff dispeller, is going to get a turn soon enough to dispel that.
I'll end your misery.
No. Welcome back. Hi, it's your second life.
Try that again.
It's very different than real-world Second Life.
What a headache.
Well, I guess the characters are about as horny. Anyway.
Let's do it again when you're
Is
leveled
this?
up.
Oh, activate the levitator and go down. Not authorized to use the lift. Interesting. Interesting. I actually like... Okay, this is going to be kind of weird. So, I was streaming Genshin Impact earlier. And I like how you can just kind of climb everywhere in that world, and it's fascinating. But I love these intricate little maps. I love intricate little dungeons. They're my favorite things in games. I realize that I'm kind of famous for making open world games. And I really want to make something constrained. Something tight. Instead of something that just, you know, approaches you from every angle. You gonna move, lady? Oh.
Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
Oh, is that what's giving everybody the Marstruck? Like the rapid onset Marstruck?
Practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara.
Okay, if the twist is going to be... I hope that they're going to expressly state that the Trailblaze is going to protect us, but I think it's going to be that we aren't long-life species and therefore we're able to approach it, which is disappointing only because it confirms that your party isn't actually there with you. Because I could have Ting Yun and Yukong with me, or Dan Heng even, who I believe is from here. So it's like, don't do this. Let it pretend like my squad is with me.
Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
Actually, I would genuinely like to see, like, a cinematic of, things going to shit, because, like, that is really a cool and terrifying horror movie concept that they've got going on, but we know that they're not going to realize it.
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you.
Yeah, because they're not like you. Why not get the Foxians and the Videotter at a try?
You misunderstand the nature of the Mara-struck condition. It is not a curse unique to humankind. Foxians don't usually succumb to it because their lifespan is not eternal. Yet they are still a long-life species. The Videottera rely on molting to discard the old world. All long-life species are equal in the face of Mara. However, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the General would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Also, a party restriction that pops up and just says, hey, you can't have long life characters in here. Very cool. I would love to have, like, anything that causes you in a Hero Collection game to, like, respec a party so that it doesn't contain certain things. I genuinely actually like. I like encouraging you to use multiple characters.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality. One step at a time.
I don't want to act according to their predictions.
I do not wish to be their puppet either. In any case, we do not walk alone and unhindered on our paths. Our choices define us and influence others. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Luofu into a terrible future.
God damn, the frills on the lining of her corset are phenomenal. They look really good.
To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Oh, I'm totally in.
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
Oh, sad that she didn't say Trailblazer instead of Trixie, but that's okay.
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
Yeah, we gotta stop those Stellaron hunters. Yep.
Huh. I feel like even though long life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short life species when it comes to worries and suffering.
Yeah, let me tell you, the span of a life is just an opportunity to suffer. Though it's still sad when we lose someone when they're young.
Wait, Miss Ting-Yun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the Crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The General commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military orders.
Your life is more important, Miss Ting-Yun. Go back. We can explain to the General.
There's really no need. I've spent my years traveling the universe. Not to mention, I'm younger and stronger than I look. Even you benefactors have probably lived longer than me.
Yeah, and well, no, we don't want to keep it that way. We want to have that situation be reversed. Ting-Yun, I think you're really sus, but I do not want you dying of this smoke. So get out. Ooh, I can investigate. Oh. The crucible gradually stops shaking and the smoke slowly ceases to pour out.
The smoke is getting thinner.
Nothing enough. We need to hurry.
Oh. That guy's not weak to quantum. Hey. What's up, bud? Someday I'll level up my Himiko enough that she matters in these kinds of fights. And it will be beautiful.
Afraid of me.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
I love the particle impact effect for Imprisoned. I think it looks really good. I mean, this whole crew tends to be the best in the business when it comes to particle effects, really. Them and Squaresoft, they're hanging out. Just being real fucking good at what they do.
Misery. I'll end your misery.
Time for a buzz. Tough luck running into me!
Oh, that guy's not going to live to his next turn. What am I thinking? Feeling some Dread Pirate Roberts.
Nothing more.
Life is pain, princess. Oh, you're weak to quantum. Actually, let's make you mega weak to quantum.
100.
Boop!
Let's settle this.
What a headache.
Oh, he's so proud of rising up. He's like, I'm so powerful.
Illusions of the past.
And it's like, no, I'm gonna make you watch your friend die, and then I'm gonna cut your fucking head off. There we go.
Nice. Let's do it again when you're leveled up.
I don't think they're gonna get the opportunity to level up, kid. Wait a minute.
Turn it off! What?
Interesting they let me turn it on. Oh, neat. Hello, have another. So, I keep using her technique, and what it does is, BAM! It always hits as though the enemy had a weakness to quantum.
You chose the wrong enemy.
So it's just really useful
Needs optimizing.
for getting people closer to breaking. That strips them of a lot of defense, so like now I'm gonna hit for a little bit more. But really, what it matters is the characters do a lot of damage. But these guys still have
Told you I could fight.
wicked high defense.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
She's a flying, shooting, jumping trans flag, and I fucking love it. And I misunderestimated how much damage needed to be done to shut that guy up for good. And now we all get shot. Her counter does so little damage that I'm always surprised when it actually kills someone. Surprised and delighted. You will die in one hit now. Yes?
I'll end your misery.
Okay. There we go. Hey, bud. Soup, soup, soup!
Let's settle this.
Oh! You can stop that Mara Struck from respawning. Oh, nice. I really like the design on these guys. I think they're good villains.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusion.
Even though they're still mostly the standard models for like the Abyss. Oh, what were they called? The Army of the Destruction. The Abyss Legion, maybe? Can't remember what they're called.
Can I have fun
Hey.
this time?
People gotta cut corners places. Games are hard to make.
Yay, we did it! Can't see the smoke anymore.
Excellent. I'll lead my troops to the rendezvous.
Fujuan, why are you sounding like that? Were you with us? No. Well, this looks like trouble. Hey, what's up?
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
How are you the seat of divine foresight now?
Danshu. It's you.
Oh, it's her! So we've met Danshu before. She's a blind woman with a really terrible idea of what disability means and what it's like to live with disability. But at the same time, she did learn it from everyone else here, who all have terrible ideas about disability.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
How do you think you're going to arrest her? Like, why would you list the crimes when you know that, like, this is gonna end with people in pieces? Why would you do that?
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the ambrosial arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Luofu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality.
Yeah, this lady is a problem, but luckily I think it's a problem that I have a very specific capacity to solve.
How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the ambrosial arbor first descended, nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
Okay, well,
Don't mess with me.
do they involve
Needs optimizing.
very resistant dogs?
I'll end your misery.
Not resistant enough.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Try that again. More enemies.
I'm gonna make this guy weak to quantum.
Told
That's
you.
great.
Try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
Merciful Medicus, hear my call. Next, my heart and punishment of the Arbor.
Can use abilities. Hey, stop that. Oh, fuck. What has she done to our health bars? What has she done to our health bars? Prana Siphoned. Decreases maximum recoverable HP by 30%. Interesting. What do you do? Black Prana Snare has a high chance for all targets to become afflicted with Prana Siphon. Continuously deal wind damage, deals wind damage to target and adjacent allies, deals wind damage to a single target. Enters Japa, casts Black Prana Snare on all targets during the next action. Interesting. Story. The form that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus crave. I mean, look at her. A true appearance that can cast off the burdens of humanity has been reforged using the way of immortality. In ancient times, those who sought immortality received wisdom from the ambrosial arbor and called themselves Celestials. They lived without restraint and molded the flesh of themselves and others at will. They have long forgotten their original appearances after countless metamorphoses. Well, that is an extremely hot piece of lore. Alright.
Can I have fun this
Can you give her a quantum weakness? That would be very, very nice. That is an imaginary weakness. You have failed me.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
My turn.
I really don't want you to die. I thought I could dispel the prana effect. Good.
Don't mess with me.
Alright, let's get rid of the other DPSs in the crew. So, oh, I'm out of skill points.
Try that again.
Receive divinity.
You can't run.
That's
This
interesting.
combat needs optimizing.
He must have had multiple debuffs. Interesting.
This is double speed.
Eternal sleep.
Let's get our healing going. Still doesn't quite matter if I can't, I'm not gonna bother to try to roll a new weakness.
What a headache.
Okay, good.
I'll end your misery. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions.
I do like shape changing. It's really nice. Most of them are. Most of my crew are purified of the rite of metamorphosis. Rite of subduing prana. Okay, so she will use the thing in her next attack. I don't think I can break her or kill her before then. Do something kind of risky. Take the gamble. Quantum, good. Actually, it's no gamble. Freeze.
So you are afraid.
Alright, end this.
You chose the wrong answer.
Now, will she still do the next attack? No, that does break it. Okay, good. Okay, well, ma'am.
I'll free you from your chains.
Goodbye.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions.
I thought you were supposed to have a long life.
Why? She said... The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that... Pantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Uh-oh.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly? I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction. Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within.
Uh-oh, she developed a sexier voice, everyone.
What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance.
Surely you can withstand the blessing of destruction. Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager Pantilia.
Oh, shit!
Come with a single purpose. To set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou.
Eternal sleep.
Is the Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be? This is double speed. Calm, all of you. This
formidable enemy. We have to stay together.
Can I have fun this time?
My goodness. I think they killed Ting Yun.
I could fight.
She had a passenger.
Try that again.
We actually noted that it was suspicious earlier the way that she greeted us, because she was assigned to take care of us, but she should not have been on that dock to say hello, if I remember right.
You chose the wrong enemy.
I'll have to go back and rewatch. That was gruesome. Gruesome way to go.
Moran, time for a fun.
Try that again. Tough luck running into me.
Who's next?
Yeah, I thought there might be a second wave.
Try hard.
All of you freeze.
Awesome move.
No, I do have her as a playable character. I think that unlike Genshin, they are not leaving members of your party safe.
This is double speed.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You are fortunate that Zephyro and Selenova never set their gaze upon the Cienjo. They have no qualms about dealing out destruction by the river. Since that stubborn general of yours has forced me to take center stage, I'll make sure I steal the show.
Goodness.
My apologies for leaving so soon, but I have an appointment to keep. I'm sure my friends will be happy to entertain.
Golly.
Here! What a headache. I'll end your misery. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a fun.
You're annoying.
Nothing major.
Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
I'll end your misery.
Okay, please, Quantum. Thank
So
you.
you are afraid of me.
This is double speed.
Now, I want to double check. Does she still have the resurgence buff? No, because I didn't execute it in time. Alright.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
She still does enough damage, though, I guess.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along?
I'm not certain Ting Yun was so much.
And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
Mr. Yang?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other Nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
You're saying that the real Ting Yun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Ting Yun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Ting Yun, it does raise the question of why Fantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Ting Yun's remains behind as a display of power? I believe this to be Fantilia's goal, to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
What's funny is, like, so some people in the chat are maybe commenting on this gravelly voiced man. He he follows the path of nihility, if you might guess. So as much as he seems like a real good guy, he summons a black hole on his enemy that makes them accept the nothingness inside of their heart, and that's what kills them. So yeah, he's super dark and edgy, but he's also kind of one of the heroes. He's also one of the few characters we know is actually literally the character from Honkai Third Impact.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen? Planting a Stellaron in the Luofu? All part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Fantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her. We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste.
Yeah, you make haste. I'm making sure there's no treasure chests. Aha! You tried to hurry me. You tried to make me not see this. What were you hiding from me? Some stellar jade, I see. Well, I should have known. Alright, come on, lead the way, Toots. Ooh, a star skiff. How's it going?
That imposter had the audacity to carry out her nefarious plans right under our noses. How utterly despicable.
Yeah, utterly. Just real despicable, ma'am.
What worries me more is just how many more antimatter saboteurs are at large.
I loved that moments ago I was asking, oh, what's the name of this organization? And then they're just like, oh, the Antimatter Legion. You know, the ones that are right fucking here. Anyway. Oh. Tell me about Ting Yun.
It all happened so suddenly. But looking back, I think Mr. Yang was right. Ting Yun was behaving strangely. She was fascinated with the Abundance's creations.
Yeah, when we did an earlier mission, she was like real weird about it.
Since she was an Amicastor dispatched by the Skyfaring Commission, it's evident that there must indeed be a person with her name in the commission. We'll have to let the Cloud Knights get to the bottom of what happened to the real Ting Yun. As for the Ting Yun who accompanied us all that way, it's like what Mr. Yang said. Her appearance was designed to sow seeds of doubt among us. We cannot allow ourselves to fall into her trap.
About Scale Gorge Waterscape?
It is a delve governed by the Vidyadhara.
Oh.
Supposedly an ancient oceanic region transferred from the Vidyadhara home planet. After the Ambrosial Arbor was broken in two during the war, its roots were left gnarled and broken. Yet it never died. The Alliance decided to seal the arbor within Scale Gorge Waterscape, entrust it to the High Elders of the Vidyadhara, and rely on the power of Long Scions to constrain it.
That is the arbor, by the way, that thing up there. Interesting. Also, I did not know that Like every woman inside of all Hoyoverse games, there's a garter on exactly one leg.
It has been so long. No one knows whether the seal remains. Even if it does, I doubt it will hinder that spectral Lord Ravager.
Where's Jing Yuan?
I've reported the current situation to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He made no further contact after we communicated at the Matrix of Prescience. He said he had important matters to personally attend to.
Oh, presumably pursuing Jing Liu.
The situation stands on the edge of a precipice. We must trust in the General.
Time is of the essence. Let's go! Although, genuinely, I might take a little while ago. Hello! It's the other party!
This is...
The Delve, bordering Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place.
Yeah,
Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? They're probably coming to fix the Stellaron problem.
Which party do I think will meet Blade first? I hope Dan Heng runs into Blade first. I think that's like... I mean, they'll have an opportunity to kiss. I don't think they do it if the whole crew is there.
It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights.
You're a
I'll
Cloud
be
Knight.
back with my unit.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did. Though, we did take a bit of a detour.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Meaning?
Meaning it's time to reveal my secret identity as Auto Apocalypse.
Meaning, thank you, Miss Sushang.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon. Bye for now.
New message. Oh. The Cloud Knights invited us to go with them. Your homeland's got some really big crucibles. Photograph. The Orid Elixir Furnace? Why are you near the Orid Elixir Furnace? Message failed to send.
The messages never get sent. I wonder what's happening with those three. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. But why did Kafka want us to come here? What happened to them? And what happened to Blade? I've delayed for too long. I need more information.
Talk with people in the market to understand what is happening, or leave the healer's market on your own. Sushang.
What's up? Don't worry. Once the fight is over, I'll personally escort you and Mr. Luocha home.
Hey, Mr. Luocha?
You haven't been back home for a long time, have you, Master Dan Heng?
How did you know?
Draws nearer, so our feelings grow stronger. I can see it in your eyes.
Well, I am destined to be murdered here.
Do you want to leave? Then do it now. The Cloud Knights will soon check our identities. I have somewhere else to be. I've tarried here too long.
What, are you saying you've got some sort of secret identity?
Where are you going?
I'm a traveling merchant. I have one more deal to see through.
One last deal.
I heard the Starskiff connections are being reinstated. The people stranded at the Alchemy Commission should all be able to leave soon.
I'm super... Oh, I've got no party control. Interesting. Are you still Oh. This was the mumbling man.
Good news from the front lines. The disciples over at Eve Mist Mansion have been defeated.
Oh, so that's like... So this is literally like moments ago. Like, while... Like, honestly, this is essentially simultaneous.
I'm sorry. I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey. Both of you.
Hang on. Okay, trial characters at 72 is not my... I'm curious if we can see my Dan, huh? Yeah. I was kind of worried that I would be this guy. Ooh, actually, what light cone do you have? Oh, you've got your own light cone. Aw, so cute. Just thinking about stuff. Using my stylus. He's grown on me. I still don't like him, but he's grown on me. Right, this way. Oh, wait, why aren't I going that way? Oh my god, I'm absolutely going this way.
I need to be careful. If I alert the knights, they might take an interest in me.
But Yanqing... I know, his transformed dragon form is nice. It's got horns like my transformed dragon form does. Which does mean that while I'm trying not to collect any more boys, I may have to collect another boy. Oh. What the fuck?
What a huge cauldron.
This aureate cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Vidyadhara. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide, and refines it into medicinal pellets.
Why do you have Vidyadhara memories, Dan? Daniel Heng. I realize his name is Don Heng. Actually, since they've restricted my sort of actions so much, I can still do the lunge. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no, we've got Hoyoverse ghosts.
All the elixir crucibles that the Vidyadhara helped to construct contain cloud hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one.
Chosen one?
Less potential. Yet, cloud hymn magic is just the beginning.
We got a fucking chosen one here.
Of Vidyadhara Mirajago? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
The cloud, sorry, I'm distracted and it's late. The T-Ghost has asked an important question, which is it cannibalism if Dan Heng eats Dan noodles? I don't know, this guy is pretty noodly. It's true. Hello.
You say that you're Long's power incarnate. Is that true?
Long.
Long. I was exiled from the Xianzhou. I'm no longer one of the Scions of Permanence.
My dude, why did you come back here? You could have stayed on the fucking train.
I doubt I will be here to see you take charge. No need to feel aggrieved. Vidyadhara go through cycles of life and death, existing forever in this world. By the time you are the High Elder, my hatching rebirth will be complete, and I will be a child once again. Please take care of me.
That is honestly kind of sweet scene there, but you got a lot of responsibility that you ran away from, bud.
Surging power. It's you. You've returned, High Elder. Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies are waiting for you.
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were. It seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for Scale Gorge Waterscape, located ahead.
Golly, Dan Heng. Oh.
He's here.
Oh my gosh.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling. It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here.
Now, Kith.
It's time to pay the price! It's time! You think changing form will help you escape?
Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I have nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death.
Uh-oh.
I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch.
Wait. Who's that? Hey! Yanqing!
Murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Oh, he did catch up! Oh, how good! He wasn't distracted by the other murder mom. And yes, everyone in chat, Spider Mommy is my favorite murder mom. She's my absolute favorite. I love her, and she is going to be available soon as a character, and I am going to get her.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the General not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh?
Did you recognize Dan Heng?
You looked so familiar.
You didn't recognize Jing Liu, kid.
Look out!
Quit hiding.
Oh, wow. Hi.
Stop!
Woo!
You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Lunae.
Oh no, he's hot.
You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice. I've heard of you and Bibiter Lune. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Sword, heed me!
I've no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Out of the way! Do not be afraid.
Interesting that they've locked the ult on Blade. Alright. Oh, question marks on all those. Interesting. Ooh.
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins.
Surrender!
Fail to send you.
This sets a storm.
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy?
You're all in on it!
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
Don't open my blade.
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
Golly.
So familiar. Did she teach you?
Uh-oh.
Then you deserve no mercy.
Can't delay any longer.
Use the skill to enhance Dan Heng and Bibber Lune's attack for 3 times.
To harm anyone. But there's no other way. Forgive me.
Yeah, she does actually call Blady, Lady. Do it. Oh god. Can I just...
Heaven surge.
Oh golly. Look at that beautiful dragon friend.
No.
I failed.
Hi.
Isn't over.
Hello, everyone.
All of you listen to me. Stop.
Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
Golly, I'm sorry. She told me to stop. Blady, what does it take to satisfy you? Dan Heng still being credited as Dan Heng in the dialogue.
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you 3 misbehaving in front of the Luofu's hotshot general.
Hello, Alejandro.
Qing Yuan.
General!
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry.
Getting strong Dax vibes from this,
Do not
actually.
leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together?
Oh, golly, it just keeps
The North's
going.
Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-life species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether Danfeng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you,
You did, but to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Danfeng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Danfeng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Danfeng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Danfeng is no more. Now, there is only Dan Heng. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. Your friends are waiting for you.
I love the line break going on in Dan Heng's name right now on the right-hand side. He's Dan Heng, Imbibit, or Lune. Invest.
I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over, yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath.
Oh, the Legion.
It's the end of the Law Fu.
Oh, golly. I didn't know if you would change alliance, well, not change alliances, but change focus so quickly. Golly. Impressive, really.
Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the Seven Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly. Lord Ravager Fantalia favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the Stellaron crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows. Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more.
Buddy, I still think it's super weird that you have a door knocker on your shoulder.
Her hatching rebirth is complete. She left me all alone. Still, I wait for the day of my rebirth. Endless waiting.
Okay.
As recorded in the ancient texts, this body of water was brought by my people from our homeworld. It formed part of the roiling deep. It is as pure here as it was there. Our dragon ancestors nurtured us with the water of life, and bestowed us with the permanence of the Vidyadhara.
Do you know something? When Don Fong committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vidyadhara, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The dragon transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Vidyadhara hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The Vidyadhara were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Don Fong against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the Ten Lords Commission. The senior Vidyadhara were sure of their scheme. But you cannot hide fire with paper.
We're just getting a lot of, like, encoded lore. Oh my gosh, is that another ghost to talk to? Sorry, everyone, if you're tired of talking to ghosts.
Waters of the ancient sea, cleanse me. Waters of the ancient sea, protect me. This world's good karma is settled. This life's misfortune is erased.
Uh-oh.
Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go!
Oh, grand entrance, grand entrance!
The strength I wish not to use.
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
Search.
Do it.
No.
Deleted. Oh! It's made me physical, main character. Interesting. Baja blast them.
A foregone conclusion.
Here is thunder!
Heaven search.
Is this having all of these be free, like a story thing? Or is this guy got a really weird mechanic that I don't know yet?
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
I told ya I could fight.
Let's get you a little bit of
With me
protection.
out here, how can we lose?
I don't speed up story fights, everyone.
Can't run! Try that again!
Oh, big boy season, welcome back. That's just a cool teleporting animation.
Heaven search. No.
Let's make it quick.
Here is thunder!
Time for the masked radiant spirit. Heed my word.
Show no mercy!
Golly. Yeah, buddy.
You can't run!
Freeze.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Oh no! You locked onto the person with a shield.
I sense a storm.
Charge up, charge up, charge up!
Search. Forgive me.
Let's go.
A foregone conflict is pitiless.
Watch this! Try that again!
Heaven search. No.
Batter up! Rules are made to be broken. You're out!
Aw, didn't quite take him out with the home run swing. Oh, well, big boy. Big boy takes care of it, I guess.
Xing Yuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The seats of divine foresight relate the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Don Heng? You
Had a glow up.
are Don Heng, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guess. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you.
But...
However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Phantalia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Don Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Don Heng?
Oh, wow, I'm still controlling him. Oh. How sad are you, boy? Are you all the way sad? I'm sorry, you can't refuse March and Trailblazer.
Thank you, Don Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
Is that a fucking statue of Dan Heng?
When the
Yeah.
Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the Plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
It looks so much like Don Heng. I wonder if... The statue. Is that
We getting vocals?
Don Heng's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Heng? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Videodora have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
I hate to do this, folks, but I am a girl who has to go to sleep at some very specific times, and that specific time is coming up. So I think we are going to have to leave our boys and girls and various hot people right here to go and tackle this on Friday night. Oh. Oh, you might be right, Brianna. That might be Mandarin. We will get a CD of this song at some point, and we will find out. Anyway, it is time for this particular murder ma'am to get to sleep. Oh, wait 1 second. To commemorate maybe the only time I ever have in Bibiter Lune. Oh. Stop the challenge and save your current process. Select quit completely to exit the challenge without saving. Pause and save. Interesting. Well then. Now for reals, it's time to log off. Thank you all. Oh gosh, I have stuff in my inbox. If you see Kafka, welcome her aboard the Express. But it was great hanging out with all of you tonight. It was good to have some people in the chat. I'm glad that everybody enjoys all of the murder mommies and daddies that we found along the way. It's just a great big murder family. The best kind. Well then, I think I will catch up with all of you on Friday. We will continue the adventures of beautiful dragons and strange men who have relationships with dead lions. Have a good day, everyone. Take good care of yourselves.